Our work is very important because we're doing one of the most dangerous job in the most dangerous part of this world. There is massive corruption, there is massive abuse of power, there is massive trampling on freedoms, on personal rights, on economic rights, on social rights. Of the 460 investigations we have published, every investigation has led to a big change.
Rana Sabak is the director of Arab Reporters for Investigative Journalism, ARIJ. The organization operates completely independent of local governments. It supports journalists in 9 different countries. 2,200 reporters and editors have worked with or have been trained by the organization. ARIJ is based in Amman, the Jordanian capital. At least 10 journalists work here permanently, coaching their peers across the region.
We are working in an impossible situation, but that's why I say every journalist that succeeds in coming out with a very well-documented investigation where they are confronting the wrongdoers deserves a medal on his chest. So yes, it's very, very difficult, and I think everyone that has worked with ARIJ and is working for ARIJ is a freedom writer, is dreaming of a better society.
Some of the journalists at ARIJ have fled from persecution and war, but they stay in touch with their home countries and keep producing investigations.
I started working with ARIJ in 2014 when I was in Yemen. 2 years ago, I had to run away from the war, and now I'm working in main office here in Amman to help my colleague in Yemen and train them to do their investigations.
This is about children abuse.
In Jordan, we investigated abuses committed by the caregivers at centers for children with mental disabilities, and after that, the king ordered the government to rectify the system in 2 weeks. Another investigation we did in Tunisia with Al Jazeera English was on torture inside police stations, and after that there was a huge outcry and Tunisia set up an anti-torture commission.
Before coming to ARIJ, Rana Sabak had been the chief editor of the Jordan Times, the first woman to run a daily political newspaper in the region. She was sacked by the government after the newspaper reported about torture allegations against the police. Despite that, Rana Sabak has become one of the most successful media personalities in the Middle East, as a woman in an extremely male-dominated society.
As a child of a German mother and a Jordanian father, I think I've been very privileged in the way I was brought up. We were always treated equally, and she instilled in us the values of Gerechtigkeit or justice. So these things equipped me later on to be able to look at myself not as a female journalist, but as a professional. This is a job. It has nothing to do with your gender. Very often, I work with the reporters here at ARIJ, and it's really like cutting through stone. But once the story is ready, we're like the most happy people, and we feel that by being able to help people, we give a voice to the voiceless. What more can a human being ask for?